But married for years don't mean nothing.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Okay. Former Bachelorette Gabby Wendy, is it Wendy or Wendy? Wendy reveals she's dating a woman.
She was one of the Bachelorettes.
Told you I'm a girl's girl. And she was a Bachelorette.
When did she find out, though? Because when she was on that show, Bachelorette, she had how many men? And she dated men. She was involved with men. When did she wake up and go, I'm tired of men? Or let me try women. Let me see if I date a woman, will she just bring much joy to me, just like those 50 men who didn't?
Well, she stopped by The View on Tuesday and gave an update today on her personal life. I always just want to live my truth and my story. She's 32. And so I have been seeing someone for a couple of months, and I've been keeping it a little more private because it is like a bigger story and a bigger conversation because I'm dating a girl. Right. Co-host Sunny said she didn't see that twist coming. Yeah. She says, I don't think anyone did. No, not even me. Nope. She says, I posted a carousel of photos with her girlfriend, comedian and TV writer Robbie Hoffman on Instagram Tuesday. Told you I'm a girl's girl. She captioned the post. I'm on her Instagram story. Wendy posted a shot of her kissing Hoffman, which Hoffman later reposted, writing, guys, some news. I am gay. Why you gotta be kissing me?
I don't think.
Well, the nurse ended her season of The Bachelorette engaged to Eric, whatever his name is, but they called it quits by November.
Right. They ended up early.
I think life is just really busy for both of us right now. We've been competing on Dancing with the Stars. Oh, they were the ones that went on Dancing with the Stars. So I understand their concern, but we're just kind of, going forward with each of our individual interests and supporting each other from afar. Let's see. After coming to her second place on Dancing with the Stars, Wendy had spotted on a date with pro Alan Burstein or whoever. They're both single, blah, blah, blah. She's boring to me. I don't even care about this story. I guess more so I'm really doing this story, not because I care about her. They brought the story
up because of her stance on relationships with the men that she was trying to find and connect with. She said her family is still trying to swallow this, because you think about it, if you've grown up in a family where you've dated, you were heterosexual when you're dating, married, maybe had kids, whatever, and then later you find out that you are attracted to the same sex, your family members are like,
when did that
did you wake up one day and say, I'm tired of me? Or have you always been attracted to women when you were younger? You just kind of maybe want to explore it now because you're out there, you're known, and because she is a nurse too. I think they congratulate her for being a nurse through that whole COVID thing. But that is a question that a lot of people ask.
Well,
I asked about Niecy Nash.
Emerald says, was she always into girls, or is she just trying to follow the trend?
That's what I was saying, because I was wondering that about
the conversation, because I'm not so much into her. But just the whole conversation
just in general
about when people are bisexual. There's some people gay, they don't like bisexuals.
They don't. Why?
You got to remember, everybody thinks that because somebody is on the
what's wrong with your hair?
I'm just fixing it. Oh, they think that because somebody's on the rainbow,
being open,
that all rainbow people agree with each other. No, not all gay people don't agree with transgenders. Not all transgenders agree with gay. Everybody has their own individual
and I
thought.
think too, for the sake of supporting, it's like even with blacks, you want to support the LGBTQ community in general, even though within it you may go
right. That's why you can't do that. You got to each person individually. So,
but the rights should be general. Is what they're fighting for.
Right.
The rights that they're fighting for marriage, for equality, for things like that, whether I agree with you being bisexual or not, we all still need the rights.
But a lot of gay people don't agree with bisexuals because they feel like they're confused.
No.
I'm saying what they say.
I wonder why.
Yeah, they feel like they're confused. They feel like they may like one, but they keep their foot on the other side because society. So it's almost like they feel like they're gay, but they're not all the way out. They just kind of like, I'm really gay, but I don't want anybody. But then there's some bisexual that says, no, I really like men and women.
And their sexual preferences is whoever is satisfying my need at the moment.
And then there's some people then you go into the whole argument, even with gay or bisexual. Were you born that way? Were you molested?
Were you violated?
Were you violated? Did you watch some stuff? Is it a spirit? Everybody has all these
different... You can't be born that way. You decided to be like that. People go both ways on how they do it. But I always question like people like Niecy Nash, and I'm laughing because Niecy Nash now is in a relationship with a female. But did she say
she was always like that?
But here's the thing. A lot of times when people have those talk show moments and they're sitting down and they're being transparent, a lot of people, I'm hearing both sides. I'm hearing, I've always wondered. And then I've heard some women go, no, I wasn't attracted to women that way. I was in a relationship with a man. We had children. We were married, blah, blah, blah. I've gotten hurt. I don't want to be with him anymore. I'm exploring now, or I just happened to fall in love with this woman and I didn't realize it. So there's different stories to how they all arrived there.
Well, it says following her announcement on Wednesday, GLAAD's vice president of communications made a statement because, GLAAD is the Gay and Lesbian Alliance. Right. As one of today's most visible reality stars from The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, Gabby's decision to continue to share her private life with the public as a queer woman is a key reminder to people, including the many millions who watch the franchise, that there are no rules for coming out and that everyone's journey is different. This should also be an important reminder to the industry that the LGBTQ people have a place in mainstream dating and relationship shows and that we must be included. I don't know if I agree with that.
Why not?
If you're bisexual,
it is a different journey for everybody.
I don't think you should be on The Bachelorette unless everybody knows you bisexual.
Right.
I don't think you should be bisexual, or either way, if it's a man, okay, change it. See, people accept women being bisexual more than they do men.
Why you feel that way?
If you had a man who was a bachelor and he was bisexual and he didn't say anything, all hell would break loose.
You'll be upset.
All hell would break loose. And you guys know it. If there was a bachelor and he was bisexual and all these women came,
knew he was.
All these women came and vied for his love and his attention.
Get a little rose.
And then he gave him a rose at the end of the thing. And then at the end of the show, he chose one. And then it didn't work out. And then the next scene is him with some dude in Australia or somewhere. All hell would break loose because y'all would say he should have told all them women that he was bisexual.
I wonder because nowadays, a lot of people are coming out. Back in the old days,
right. Maybe young people don't care.
Young people don't care. They're like, you have desire for both sides.
You're right.
But back in our days,
but our age group and a little younger than us, all hell would break loose. Now you're right. These young kids, they may not care. They'll be like, I don't care. I like both too. You know what I'm saying? I came for him, but I can go with a woman.
I think they would be a lot of couples have been upset because if they're married to you and they find out that you are having a desire for the same sex and you leave her for the same sex, they get upset.
I just feel like whatever it is in your life that is major, full disclosure. I just feel
it's
like
not going to happen for everybody.
I just feel like people are fake. I think if before you marry somebody or you settle down, if you have something major, and then people will be like, well, what's considered major? Because there's some transgenders don't think they should say something.
I know you may get killed.
You need to say something.
Your life may be taken if you
But I think somebody. If you was married, you should say something. If you was in jail, you should say something.
But you know that's
not if you have children, you should say something. If you have a disease, you should say something.
You know that doesn't happen.
No, I'm saying it should.
African American world, especially in the church.
Oh, you talking about gay?
They're not going to say anything.
I'm talking about other stuff, not just
you're talking about beyond that world.
Beyond that, you was in jail, you was in that. I'm saying anybody's world. You should say something. That's my opinion. Anything major. Some people feel like even financial.
if you've had a bankruptcy or you have a bad
why would you marry somebody
200
and you filed bankruptcy 8 times?
What's your credit score? 200.
And then he thinking he gonna marry you, or she thinking she gonna marry you and build a house and stuff.
Yeah.
And you owe everybody their mama.
That's the back and forth with that, is when to reveal that. That's the hard thing.
When you start getting serious.
When is that when you start getting serious? You may get serious, but they may not be. See, that's a hard one. Do you do it on the first date?
When you notice that person is starting to get serious.
Oh, gosh.
I think anything
and
major,
then you'll be ghost. And they won't even say nothing. They'll just disappear.
And then there's some things. See, there's levels to this. Maybe we'll have a conversation. Then there's things right up front. Ain't even about nobody getting serious.
Like
I want to know if you was a man.
Oh, the first date.
Before the first date.
But you know what? Let's be real. A lot of people who are part of the LGBTQ community, when you're dating, aren't you on those apps where the other ones are like you? Why I gotta explain to you in a heterosexual website?
I'm talking about somebody you met.
Go to a website. Well, yeah, if you're not,
you met him in the grocery store and it's a woman. I'm a woman. He looks like a man. I think you should say it right up front. If I come up and say I'm looking at you or something, I think the person should say, "Well, just so you know,
I'm a transgender.
I'm a trans man.
I'm a trans man."
And then let that person decide if they still want to get your phone number.
What, in college, one of my friends, she was close to a gentleman that was gay. He was a homosexual, and didn't come out and say it, because remember back in the day we were kind of on the down low.
No,
but you kind of knew. You kind of knew he was.
Yeah.
And she would take him with her as the radar. Is he gay? So and so, girl, he's gay. Don't talk to him.
Exactly.
No, he's not gay. He didn't even come on to me.
And
she would talk to him. So that was her radar.
But then sometimes that's off.
Well, I don't know. He was on it all the time.
No. Today you can't tell.
Oh, you can't tell.
Oh. Some guys are DL and you don't know.
This was about 20 years ago in college.
20 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, he was her radar and who she dated.
Meg says fake or TV carries over. Yeah. But you probably be off when we read your stuff, man, because I come to you late. But yeah, you don't know.
I get it though. You're saying women are more accepted being bisexual.
Women are more accepted. Just like if you talk to a guy who watches porn, they'll watch 2 women and ask them if they'll watch 2 men.
They may have.
They'll look at you like you stupid.
Yeah, why is it that
they both gay?
Yeah.
But they don't see it. They see women different than they see men.
They're getting the pleasure out of the woman's body.
That's what I was telling you. This woman coming out saying she bisexual, all hell's not breaking loose over there.
But if
that was a bachelor who said that, all hell would break loose. All hell.
Why you didn't say nothing before?
You had all those women coming up there, and you didn't see. They would have.
Well, the next bachelor is going to be a golden one in his 60s or 70s.
Yeah,
I bet you after that it will be someone from the LGBTQ. Watch.
Wendy says also it takes a lot of courage to come out because you know you'll be judged.
Yes.
They look at it like a bisexual man is not a man, but a bisexual woman is sensuous. Or on the down, or the man is on the down low. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's why I said
because see women. He goes both ways. They're like,
that's not a man. Oh. But a woman, they see that as sensuous. Like, oh, okay.
Then what do you?
And I told you that goes back. Remember, we had the conversation when I said about women being nude versus men being nude.
Right.
A man being nude is disgusting.
So why is it? I know.
He had hair all on him and stuff.
To some women, that's not.
But I'm saying most of the time.
Some women like a man.
I know, but I'm saying most of the time, nobody wants to look at him.
But here's
with his stomach, and also unless he's chiseled or whatever. And even then, the thing hanging, he doesn't. Elaine said it on Seinfeld. You guys look. I'm saying what she said on Seinfeld. Body, yeah. Even then, she says you guys look more like mechanical. Women look more, it's curves and softness.
There's some women you don't want to see.
No, I know. I'm just saying. That's why probably. So they don't want to see a man.
If we're talking about, and this will be a quick one, we can end it because I know some people are like, oh, why are they talking about this? Anyway, I always ask the question, prison. If it's a mental thing and you're not really in that LGBTQ lifestyle,
yeah.
But we know in prison what's going on.
The same thing with
so they don't label. They're not about labels.
The same thing that you do with you know what?
Okay,
I'm not gonna say it because we're gonna get kicked off.
It's about
farmers.
It's about labor.
I'll just say that farmers. Okay. They just anything. It don't matter to relieve yourself. Okay. A tree or anything.
Oh, okay, it don't matter. But as far as mentally, they're not there to say that they are in that label in that category.
No.
Okay.
And a lot of times when men get that hyped up, their brain shuts down anyway.
Oh, that's right.
All the blood rushes to one spot.
It can be a Martian or some weird person from another space.
You saw
I'm being okay.
It doesn't matter. She got one eye in between her head and she's green from another planet.
They don't care. It doesn't matter. You know what? That's why what's his name on Star Trek was with every woman from a different planet. It didn't matter to him.
They didn't have a woman with every man. You notice that?
That's true.
That's because that's what I'm saying.
Captain Kirk. He would have a woman from a different planet.
Women receive, men give.
Yeah.
It's harder to receive something from anything than it is to just give something to anything. People can give all. What does Seinfeld say? You can hand out tickets all night long. Reservations. It's keeping the reservation.
Oh, okay, got it.
All right. Stephen A. Smith reacts to Brittany Griner's mental health break. Mm-hmm. We talked about